When you take a student that comes in completely broken and full of anger and see them transform, and just seeing the way that God works in their life, and that's something I'm never gonna forget. Something I'm never gonna forget about my time here is just the way God has affirmed His calling for my life. God was affirming my love for these students in the way He loves me and the calling that He has on my life for troubled teens. That they matter, that these students who society doesn't care about, that they matter so deeply. And that my heart is for them, and us as staff, our hearts are for them. The students that we have here, they're different than ones that you may encounter at a local youth group, at Bible camp over the summer, or any other ministry like that. It really pushes the limits of yourself. It's easy for me growing up. I would go to youth group Friday nights and I could just connect. I could connect with students, I could connect with the youth, I could connect with staff, connect with the pastors, and just be vulnerable. But with students here, they've never actually had that opportunity to be vulnerable, to live in a place where they can feel like they can trust someone with who they are, with their secrets. And for me to try and move into that place where I can show a youth that has just lived through so much pain and hurt that, hey, I'm not here to take your pain and use it against you, yet I'm here to be with you, to be present, to listen, and show you the way, to Christ, that Christ is here to take our pain and help us walk through that and learn from that. If you're considering a career where you want to work with youth or even just be pushed, I would consider Rock Solid as a place for you to intern. God has pushed me in a lot of different areas. And for me, one of the biggest areas is just the reliance on His grace to get through this day. It is by His grace that these students are here. It is by His grace that I have the opportunity to work with these students who so many other people would just throw to the side. When I left Prairie after receiving my degree, I struggled with, who are the mentors that I'm going to have? What are those relationships that are going to be building for me? But over my time here, over the last year, Rock Solid has shown me that there's so many people here that are willing to pour into my life. Whether that be directors, Dallas and Micah, James, Steve, I can just walk up to any of them, sit down in their office, strike up a conversation about something going on in my own life, something going on in my job, be able to have that open conversation, knowing that I can be vulnerable with things that I struggle with, and that they are willing to step into my life. But also with the other youth workers, for me, it can take a while to build friendships with people, especially new friendships. I spent 4 years at Prairie building meaningful friendships that I never would consider, meeting people like that anywhere else in my life, especially just how deeply Prairie had affected me. But when I came out here, right away, I just started building these memories with these staff who I consider lifelong friends now. That's just something sweet for me to see. Those friendships are something that have blessed my heart deeply. I'm never going to forget them. And I can walk away from this place knowing that if this is a place that I'm to return to, that these relationships are there and they're going to be available to me.